technically have a backyard. We live in an apartment complex, so we don't technically have a backyard that's, say, boot-free. So we're going to the park and going to set up our tent, going to retape some scenes to get them ready for the trail. When we get out there, we'll see you back. So we made it to the park. Yay. We want to walk that way?
Yeah,
I
was going to go that way around.
So I'm contemplating on taking the selfie stick with me, just so that I can get better shots, but I'm just not sure if I'm going to be comfortable doing that or like going down trail, and if it warrants the wait, because it's not the light one. I tried several different ones this last year and was going to take one. It broke. It was El Cheapo, but it was light, so I was trying to go with it, but it broke before we even got on trail. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still contemplating the whole selfie stick, just because of the weight factor. I like the convenience of it, and like I can get shots of, like, you know, my backpack. Of course, I don't have my backpack on right now, but Mike, when he's back there, and kind of get both of us. But I don't know, we'll see. It's all trial and error, you know. If I do decide to take it, and I don't like it, I can always send it back home. That's the great thing about trying things out. You know, you got to see what works and what doesn't. So we'll see. We're gonna go get set up. We are putting our tent up. We had some issues last year that we fixed on the trail. We have a Zpacks Triplex, and we're gonna keep on using that for this year. And we had a couple of spots where water was dripping on my side of the tent. I think it was going down, but we taped it last year, so we're just gonna go ahead and finish taping that seam on the other side, and just kind of air it out, see what's going on. Because frankly, honestly, I don't think we've gotten it out since we've been back.
We did once.
Did we once?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he says we did once, but it was kind of one of those things where, you know, we were, I think, just so disheartened of having to come off trail that we kind of just stuck it in the corner and didn't do anything. So, but we're back, we're ready to go, we're excited. We're gonna get the tent set up and let y'all see. May try to let y'all see a little bit if I can fix the video. I don't have a tripod. I do somewhere, but it's not lightweight, so I know I won't be taking it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that on the trail, so we'll see. See you in a little bit.
Bye.
So here's our surroundings. We're at a baseball field, and it's like a little walking track, and there's dog poop over here too, so we gotta watch out for that. Don't want to set your tent down with dog poop. You'll be smelling that all the way up the trail. I'll just get the eyeless. All right, we'll be back. Tape all along there because we were thinking That's where it was coming from. So we're going to go ahead and tape it now from this spot back to this corner. And we should have enough tape. May have to tape that seam over there if we didn't do that already. But this is our Zpacks Triplex. And you can see if it's raining, you can pretty much put it up without it getting rain on it on the inside. So we like this system. It seemed to work pretty well for us for the amount of time that we were out there. As we get on down trail, we may have to, you know, figure something else out if it doesn't continue working for us. But for the most part, so I had to swap out my sleeping bag. As you can see, I'm still getting feathers. I was literally choking on feathers from my sleeping bag last year in my sleep. So I've switched that out to a Nemo 0 degree. I did have a Big Agnes 15 degree. I froze constantly in it, and we had to get tons of hand warmers. Mike stayed cozy in his. So yeah, so that's our system for now. Hoping it's gonna work out for us. Like I said, it's got tons of room. We were able to stick our packs in there when it rained, and don't tell nobody, but we actually had to sleep with our food many nights, just because there weren't trees out there to hang our food from.
And at one point there was cables that
Broke.
actually snapped.
Yeah,
while
at
we were
Trey
eating.
Mountain. Yeah, at Trey Mountain. So we have bare canisters now, so we're gonna carry those from start to finish, hopefully. Don't like the weight, but I like the convenience of having my food in something that the rats can't get to, because there were lots of bear boxes, but the problem with the bear boxes were there were holes, like rusted holes, to where the mice could get in. So
Feeding mice.
yeah, we don't want to give our food to the mice. So yeah, that's our system. We're gonna go ahead and check it out, fix what needs to be fixing, and we'll get back to you. Didn't cut off. So we made some adjustments to our tent, and let me just tell you, we're in Alabama, and it is got to be like 95% humidity out here. It's hot, so I wish I wore shorts, but I didn't. Anyway, so we adjusted our poles on our tent, raised them up. We brought in all our guidelines, and which is what we should have done to start with. We should have put our tent poles up first and then made the adjustments afterwards. But anyway, so I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like now. So now we'll do a walk around here. We got more height on the inside for our heads and stuff.
Nice slope for any rain or anything like that beating down.
Yeah, that's a much better setup than what we had. See if I can get my fingers out of the way. We're amateurs here, people. We're not like production people, so just go with us. Have patience for us. But so this is our setup. This is our triplex. It's for 2 people, or for 3 people, but comfortable for 2 people and your packs. And you can see it's really spacious in there.
And you got a nice deep tub.
Yeah, and you can see how deep that is. So we did have, you can see the seam sealing tape on the inside there, on that inside seam. We did that last year while we were on trail. I think we did it, we were in Hawaii at the Budget Inn, I think, in their grass area fixing our tent. It was funny. But yeah, we couldn't be happier with this tent, other than just the few leaks that it had. And I think we've got that under control, because I don't remember it leaking anymore after that. But yeah, we got nice flies here. You know, we can put our shoes, what we normally do. We normally would take our seat pads and put them down so we could put our shoes on. We took a, oh gosh, I'm probably going to butcher this. I think it's a Z pad, one of those foam accordion type, and we cut it in half, and that's what we were using as our seat pads. And I mean, they weigh next to nothing. Yeah, we could go without it, especially now since we have a bare canisters, but we really like the seat pads. We're going to actually take some length off the ends of them because they stick out past our packs maybe about an inch or so. So we figured we'd, you know, slim them up and cut some of that weight off of them. And we usually would take our seat pads and put it right outside of our vestibules. He's got one on his side, I got one on my side, and we put our shoes there. You know, I think actually even we had to cook one morning. I think I boiled water for coffee sitting there. So it's just something to keep your, you know, feet off the ground when you're, especially if you're crawling out and it's really rocky, and we know that there's a lot of rocks on the trail. It helps your knees so that you're not digging your knees down into the rocks. So if you don't have a seat pad, I know you can go out and buy the little small ones that are specifically for that. We just took a what are they called? Sleep pad and cut it in half. Yeah. So that it, you know, it's something we had, and it was no extra cost to us. So it's just one of our little luxury items that we're taking. So yeah, we're excited about it. I'm really like, yeah, I love this tent. Like I said, it's got tons of room. It's got tons of room. Like we both slept comfortably in there. My sleep pad, I think we both have Nemo sensors, I believe is what they are. And I have the wide version because I have wider hips, and so mine is about an inch or so wider, and maybe it's a little bit thicker as well. And so he had the regular size one, and we had still tons of room on each side for like our headlamps and water bottles or whatever, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna turn this around. My eyes, I can't hardly see y'all anyway. So again, Zpacks Triplex. I think we spent, gosh, this was a high dollar item. We spent it for our hike last year, and it was like $700, give or take. But it's very lightweight. It's 1.5 pounds maybe, I think is what it is. So it's less than 2 pounds. It's very durable material. You know, like I said, we only had that one issue with the seam on the top dripping water on me, but we fixed that. And so yeah, I mean, the weight factor alone, it makes it worth it. Plus you can set it up in the rain, throw your gear in there so you're not just completely getting soaking wet, and it works. So it's got the little doors here. It has the clip at the bottom, so it makes it really nice. Usually I would reach out the tent and just loosen that to get out in the middle of the night. You can fix one side, or you can fix both sides open. That's how we had it earlier. And so we figured out the best way for the height is to set our trekking poles up to the stop point and then adjust everything accordingly to that. And I think that's just going to be something easy fix, so that we know to always set it to the stop and then start working on the lines. So, all right, if y'all have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below. We look forward to seeing you guys out there on the trail. We will also have our gear video and update you guys on the packs. I was taking a Z pack last year. We have updated. We're still taking Zpacks, but we've gone a little bit bigger. I was having issues with the back of my pack. The support bar on the top kept popping out, and that was the most aggravating thing on the trail. He was constantly having to fix it for me. I was constantly fixing it. And I think the biggest problem is I just had too much stuff in that small pack. It just wasn't meant to be. So we got a bigger pack. We're not loading it down. We're actually lighter weight now, but we're more comfortable with it. The pack's not bulging, and we can put our bear canisters in it as well. That was one of the main things. We were thinking whether, we weren't sure if we wanted to put our bear canisters in our pack or put them on top. He's got his in his pack. I've got mine on my top. So we may adjust that. But yeah, we'll send a video out to you guys on that when we get back home later this afternoon, and just kind of show you what all we're taking and roughly what the weight of our packs are.
I've got some adjusting to do, obviously. I packed everything that I thought I needed, and then looking back at last year's, we did so many shakedowns on the trail, which was funny. We ended up sending, I think, 3 packages home, taking out about 15, maybe 18 pounds each.
Yeah, each, not together, each.
So yeah.
We learned real quickly what we didn't need and what we did not want to haul up the side of the mountain. So,
and looking back at what I took out last year versus what I packed in my pack this time, shout out to Nimrod above the clouds.
Yes.
He made the comment of just because it fits doesn't mean you should take it.
Right.
So I'm keeping that in the back of my head, and obviously I'm going to be adjusting. So, trial and error, and keep on working towards the end goal. So
yeah,
it's going to be a great journey.
See y'all later.